Field in Jacksonville. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. Starting from the 5. This makes it up to the 25. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out, one of the league's best stories from last season, wasn't he? Former number 3 overall pick, coming off that career-defining year, Sam Darnold.
If we had asked Sam Darnold, coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft, to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Devin Lloyd on the tackle.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ball game.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
On 3rd down, Walker. And this one isn't much better, partner. 3rd down, he stopped for no gain, and already they're facing 4th down here.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
4th down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. So here comes the Jaguar offense now. Their turn to set out on an opening drive. They're brought out by the 5th-year man out of Clemson. Hard to believe it's year 5, isn't it, Brock? Former number 1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence.
The promise and the potential, well, they've been with Lawrence his whole football life. From high school at Georgia to stardom at Clemson, and even a playoff run in Jacksonville. It's just consistency. Week in and week out, that'll be the next step for Trevor in his career.
Lawrence going to throw straight away here. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence on the play fake. That pass caught by Strange. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Dude, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully. And the tight end, the beneficiary.
Lawrence now off the play action. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now it's 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Lawrence trying again on 2nd. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Again, it's Lawrence to throw. That's incomplete left side.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Lawrence. Shouldn't have let that one go. It's intercepted. That is Nick Emanwari. And he's going to go. It's a big 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Jaguar offense. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence coming off a pick. He's going to keep it this time.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. He got mighty close, didn't he? But they marked him just short of the 1st. He's at the 34.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Here we go, goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Lawrence here running the sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 2. That's good. Jaguars, 1st down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
1st down, ball at the 36. They'll try it left with Etienne. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Going to the ground again on first. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line. It's the defense all over this one.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
That throw behind his intended target. Looking for his wide receiver there. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Lawrence working from the gun. He's caught. He's got Brown. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our 1st quarter. The Seahawks with an early lead. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back for the 2nd quarter. It's Jaguar football. This has been a good drive, but it's at risk here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Lawrence heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Facing 4th down, the Jags electing to send out Cam Little for this field goal try. This is a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Has this at the 6. So Seattle retakes the field for their 2nd series. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening 1st down as they take the field a 2nd time. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Play fake, Darnold. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Darnold. Short pass brought in. So So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Offense headed to the line, just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. He's going to keep this one. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Running down. A gain of 1 yard. And the Seahawks first down.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on third down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
Walker on first down. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Now Darnold off the play action. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he was able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. Parker Washington to return this for the Jags. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got it along the sideline. And he's going to go out with a pick of a 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. That one gains 7. And that's a Jaguar first down.
And the Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Off the play action, it's Lawrence. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Okay, I gotta believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. On play action now, Lawrence. He gets this one to Strange. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That's good for a Jaguars. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
You want to want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 from the 41. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Now he takes it. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Lawrence throwing here. Here comes the screen for Etienne. On the move, past the 40. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Lawrence with it on first. Dumps it off to his running back. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. Hits him on the in route. And how about this, Brom? They gain 11 on 2nd down. Nice work to claw some back. They make it 3rd and short.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
On 3rd and 2, here's Lawrence. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Facing 4th down, the Jags electing to send out Cam Little for this field goal try. He was good on his first kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lower point.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points. A little bit of feel-good momentum.
Trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Seahawks are going to take over late in the half. And we're down inside a minute to play in the half, but that's enough time to get a drive together. Working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Darnold looking to throw. Hauled in by Arroyo on the right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Darnold to throw. One left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he's tackled with a first down yardage. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. and 10 from the 41. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's his target. That's Torrey Horton. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. And again, it's Darnold. Throwing the out route complete. And he's taken down at the 30. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. So just a one-point game here at the break, Brock, as we go over to the EA Sports Halftime Reports with our buddy Scott Hanson.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Big thank you to our guy Scott Hanson and the gang down in Orlando. Got a close one here, Brock, as our second half gets underway. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to reach that 34-yard line before he's stopped. Jacksonville has its offense out there to start this third quarter. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Here's first and 10 from the 34. They'll start the second half with ETN. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. Strange. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Third down, Lawrence to throw. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for the Jaguars. First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Here's ETN on first down. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it second and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's second and 4. From the 46. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the marker.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Trying to do it himself. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB who wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Completed left side to Thomas. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Coming to the line. For their 9th play of the drive, this is 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Lawrence. That's Cox. He's got Washington. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Lawrence to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Again, it's Lawrence to throw. Went right, and that's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
The Seahawks offense running out now. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Play fake, Darnold. Into the hands of Horton, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Now an inside give to Walker. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 2nd and 10 now. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Seahawks with it, currently with a not quite so comfortable lead. So now here's 3rd and 5. Darnold. Here's a screen out for Walker. We got the football clock, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker. 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. Michael Dixon will kick it away. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Now the Jaguars offense ready to gun. Trying to shake off the interception. Looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on this 2nd and inches. Lawrence now off the play action. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
1st and 10 from the 41. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Rolling left, buying some time.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
I think this is the part where they run away, Kate. As they run away from that monster, he's just too strong a presence to try to block them inside, and that time, it cost him some yards.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They motion the tight end over. And the gun on this 3rd down, Lawrence. He's running for it. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
That's good for a Jaguars.
Yeah, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
They'll run, ETN. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. When it comes into play, 1st and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, it leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. This time it's a passing play. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and you couldn't. Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Cam Little now in a high-pressure spot. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sidelines.
Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Seahawks offense taking the field now. And they had to wave that white flag on their last drive, Brock, hoping to avoid having to call that puncher this time out.
Yeah, you get several chances a game, on average, somewhere around 10 possessions, and you know not all of them are going to pan out. So you got to forget what lies behind and keep pressing on to the journey ahead.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Donald. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Seahawks needing a couple. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. He'll look to throw it. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. Finds a little room there, gets him about 3 yards. They're up to the 43.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule. You get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Setting up to pass. Hits his running back. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Gordon down the field, and he's got it. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the 1st down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Running left, here's Walker. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. A throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. Ooh, got him close to the line to gain. Down to the 25, 3rd and maybe a yard. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. It's Walker on the option. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. He's got it near the 8. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Timeout taken by the offense. They're 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. They've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. 1st down from the red zone. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game.
Touchdown, Seattle.
So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go make a response.
Jaguars 9.
just wanna rap. I just wanna rap. I just wanna rap. Body out of ya. Shorty got that body out of ya. No time, set up. You gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
For Seattle.
Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set. And it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Once with it on first. That's him on the quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their third. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Lawrence working from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's a Jaguar first down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Trying to find his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Seahawks winners as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.